David Bowie had a career that spanned 5 decades, and he was a role model for many LGBT people at a time when no one else was breaking down the gender binary. Now, rock photographer Denis O'Regan, who was a personal friend of David's, has taken his photos from the 1980s on tour to show people just what it was like being on tour with David Bowie. How important in the taking of these images was the fact that you actually had this relationship with David?
David had to feel at ease with me, and I had to feel at ease with him, really, for it to move beyond just live stuff and the odd photograph. David's dressing room was open house for me, which was one great thing. His hotel room within reason. This tour began with rehearsals at this in this huge soundstage in Texas, and I hadn't met David at all on the tour. It was just about to begin. And it was my first day, and they're rehearsing loads of songs, and then out of those they'll choose what to put into the show. And I hear over the PA, "Dennis, blimey, it's David." He says, "Come down to the front." I go, "Okay." So I go down there, and he goes, "What do you think? You know, which songs do you think we should keep?" And I knew every single song, you know, I knew all of them, so I could say, yeah, so... Yeah, and I thought, this is a moment, you know, when it happens, don't you?
Gotcha.
And it wasn't photography, but it was just that moment.
Yeah.
You think, I'll remember this.
You were the official photographer for Live Aid. How was that day?
Live Aid was strange because most people didn't think it would really happen. Even the day before, they said no one's going to be able to get all these bands together in one place at one time, get them to play within their allotted few minutes, too many egos, etc., etc. But it worked. It was ragingly hot. Backstage was very strange because you just had Paul McCartney, David Bowie, Sting, Elton John, you know, Freddie Mercury. Everyone was just standing around, and you didn't really know where to turn or look or what to do. So, but I do have a picture of Freddie and David standing together, both with their cigarettes. And also I'd started to shoot live, and I realised that as I had backstage access, I shouldn't really shoot live. I should go back and do that. But really, I wish I had just shot everything live and had a lot of fun.
David was an icon and a pioneer for anyone that questioned the gender binary back when no one else was. How important was this to him as a person, as an achievement, the fact that he'd actually managed to push these boundaries?
I think it was a major achievement for him. I mean, brought it to the attention of the public in a really big way. And he was always proud of it. I don't think he ever went back on that. You know, he never regretted anything that he did. But I think the whole Ziggy Stardust, the Hunky Dory album cover, they were all hugely groundbreaking. So, yeah, as you say, he was the first, really, I can think of to do anything like that.
This is Sophie Cook for the latest TV news here in Brighton.
This year's Brighton Pride is set to be one of the biggest and best yet, and we want to reassure everyone attending events in the city, as well as local residents and businesses, that we are working together to make sure it remains safe and welcoming for all.
Where public safety has been significantly compromised, as it has been with a number of events around the world over recent weeks, we have made sure that we have a good understanding of what has happened and any of the lessons that can be learned. We've made sure that we've applied those to Pride this year. A large proportion of the stewards and staff involved in Pride this year have had training around security and being vigilant. I'm really happy that we've got a secure and safe event, but you can help us by making sure that you don't bring too many belongings, that you help keep yourself safe and follow safety advice, and that you too are vigilant, and if you see anything that concerns you or is suspicious, that you let a member of staff or police officer know.